Hi, it's me, Nitish. This is the third update on the Ironman helmet that I was previously working on. I've done a lot of stuff in this one and a half week that I'd love to catch you up on. I've done things from resining it down with epoxy, I've gone ahead and sanded it down, and I even created the faceplate mechanism. Let's get into it. First thing I did, I resined the helmet. Now you may be wondering what exactly is resining. So resining entails creating a thick outer layer of plastic-like material on top of the helmet as well as under the helmet. Usually you have two liquids that you have to mix together in order to form the resin layer. You would have the epoxy itself and you would have the hardener. Once the hardener is mixed with the epoxy, then it starts forming the actual hardened resin. Though this would take 8 hours to cure enough for you to touch it, and then it takes 72 hours until it's fully cured. So the resin that I went ahead and bought is Oitra, you know what, I'll just put in the description. Oitra resin, which is a 2:1 combination resin, which means you have to mix 2 parts of the actual epoxy as well as 2 parts of the hardener. You have only 45 minutes to work with this specific model of the resin, so you have to cover as much as surface area as is humanly possible. What I've gone ahead and done is I've actually created 2 coats of resin on the outside as well as the inside for structural stability. Second step, I sanded the entire thing down. Now the reason I sanded the entire thing down was, personally, I didn't like the way it looked tacky, as well as I wanted to reduce the sheen that it had when it caught the light. But more importantly, when I'm going to be adding something like wood filler or Bondo to smoothen out the helmet in probably the next update so that I can paint it off, I will need that filler to adhere to the surface. And yeah, seeing other YouTube videos, I could tell that it doesn't exactly stick. Nothing really sticks good with just clear epoxy that hasn't been sanded. So that was an essential step for the future.
It's time to sand. Yeah.
Final step, I added in the faceplate mechanism, and boy, it was hard. I kept running through. I think the last thing was the fourth iteration. The current mechanism is the fourth iteration, but it was just mainly a lot of trial and error. Because at this point, I'm not very equipped with the proper technology, let's say, to actually test all of this out digitally and simulate it out to where I would model it in a 3D environment and check it out. I just don't know how to do that more than anything. So at this point, it was just trial and error until I settled on a very nice minimalistic design where you'd have um, a hinge at the front which would pull it up, and when the faceplate does go down, it would magnetically attach to a neodymium magnet. I don't think I pronounced that properly, but that's fine. At the base of the jaw. So yeah, at this point, it's manual, the moving and removing of the faceplate. Afterwards, I'll be adding in the servos and all of that to automate it.